Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope everybody is doing good. So today we are going back. We're going back to a time where life was simple and life made sense and we were just starting out at the very basics. And that time was like kindergarten, preschool. I mean, God, how many of us wish we could just like have nap time embedded into our day? I know I wish I could sometimes. But it's really not the essence of that I'm trying to bring in. It's really the foundation of, kindergarten, preschool is the foundation of our academic career, right? It's the very beginning. And so I'm doing the same sort of thing with talking to you today about purpose. I realize, and I think I just had an aha moment where, first of all, I was thinking about my channel, and the one thing I don't want to happen is for my channel to just become another channel. I want it to help somebody. When I'm teaching in a classroom, I tell my students all the time, I have to give tests, I have to give, quizzes or assignments and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, after a 16-week semester, I want them to have learned something. I am not doing my job if they spend 16 weeks with me and they haven't learned anything about sociology. But not only that, I want them to learn something that they can apply to their lives, because I fortunately teach a class where most people, if I want to say all, but most can benefit from it. It's a real world subject matters that I teach. And so that is what I want. And so in essence, I have the same attitude about my YouTube channel. I don't want it to just become another thing that you click on and, I really want, it may not be your week. It may be something I say might be for somebody else. But in essence, I'm always prayerful. I'm always thinking about the topics. And I realize that I spend a lot of time addressing at the end of my YouTube channel about living in your purpose. But I want to go back and revisit, why do I even talk about purpose? What is it about purpose that has me, doing what I do? I am a strong believer that every single person has a purpose. And when I say that, I mean that we were all created to do something very specific. And unfortunately, so many people are in jobs or doing things either because life happened and they fell into that, but if you ask them, they don't really enjoy doing it. And there's this mindset that you're almost kind of weird or different if you absolutely love your job. And I absolutely love my job. Are there aspects, are there moments, I think I've even said this, when I have to grade like 500 papers in a week or so, I enjoy reading them, but it's a lot to do, right? But 98% of my job, I truly love. I love my students. I love being able to meet different people from different backgrounds. And I love being able to teach them and see them have those light bulb moments and teach them things that they can apply to their life. So let me get to it. When I talk about purpose, I realize not everybody even just stops to think about it, right? And so today I want to go back to the basics and go give you some foundational practical tools to get you started in thinking about your purpose, because I am somebody who I've been on the receiving end of positive feedback. And I know the power of words. I know the power of encouragement. In days, I often say, many of my days I get up and I put my Superwoman cape on, and from whatever time I start my day, 5:30 or 6, until the time I go to bed at 10 or 10:30, I am wearing my Superwoman cape, and I'm knocking stuff out. That's just how I function. That's how I work. I'm a single mom, so life is me and Jaden, and I got to make things happen. And then the very next day, I could feel like I'm failing at everything, and it's those powerful words or words of encouragement that I get from the people closest to me that really keep me going, to be quite honest. So if I can be that for somebody else, if it's just a click of you logging on to my YouTube channel just to get a word to get you through your day or through your week, then I feel like I've done my job, which is why I often say if I help one person. But in essence, I often hope that I help more than one person. So the ABCs of purpose. My wish, my hope, my prayer for every single person is that they can find their purpose. I think it makes a world of difference when you find that balance and when you get fit in every, big part of your life, fit academically, fit professionally, fit spiritually, fit mentally, even relationally. That's super important. Who we have relationships with absolutely matter. When you get fit in all those different areas, it's like that goes perfectly with our purpose. And when we start tapping into our purpose, we can get fit in all of these areas. So ABCs. The A is acronym. Everybody who knows me well knows it's an acronym because I love a good acronym. They stick and they're very practical, so that's why I like using them. The A is for ask. You have to ask yourself questions. You got to ask the people close to you questions. What are you good at? What am I good at? What do I stink at? People know me. No, I kill every plant that comes my way. But there are many strengths that I have, I, sit and reflect on what makes me happy and, what can't I stand? And you have to start asking the questions. And I realize some people don't even do that. You really have to be self-reflective. Sometimes, you really got to get into a space of just shutting out all the noise. Noise is news and media and social media and negativity. You got to shut all that stuff out so you can spend time with yourself and ask the questions. Ask yourself, ask other people. Ask people you trust, though. Rational thinking people, that matters. B, you have to become. I'm just making up a scenario because I never like to use people's real life examples, but if somebody says that they want to be a doctor, the next day they're not going to become a doctor, right? But it might benefit that person to start listening to doctors on YouTube or, again, rational, smart people. You got to start reading books. You got to start surrounding yourself. Find a reference group that you can relate to so you can start getting that stuff in your mind and start getting it in your brain, start absorbing it, right? People who want to become professional athletes, I guarantee you they're out on, I play basketball, so I'm going to use that one, but out on the court surrounding themselves, with the people that are like-minded and people that are wanting to go to the next level and coaches, and you have to become what you want to become. And then lastly, you got to commit to it. This is like, I'm going to give you that tough love auntie, advice that you're still going to love me at the end of the day, even though I'm about to say something a little bit harsh. If you don't commit to it, it's not going to happen, right? Our purpose is not just going to fall into our lap and then boom, we're living our purpose. We got to commit, and we got to commit to the hard stuff. We got to commit, to going to the next level. And when you commit, what's going to happen? I almost can guarantee this is going to happen. You're going to start having to shut out a bunch of things. And when that happens, your circle is going to shrink. You might even find yourself isolated or by yourself. But if you're that serious about living in your purpose, then it's going to be a requirement that you commit to whatever you decide that you want to do. So I hope those ABCs help somebody, maybe somebody struggling with even trying to figure out, how do I even start thinking about my purpose? Hopefully this is it, and hopefully this helps somebody. So have a wonderful week or weekend, and I'll see y'all on the next video.